Okay, good morning and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folani. On the political front, that seems to be just about all that we're doing nowadays because I think we're fully in the season, the election cycle season, which is still around 2 years away. But Labour Party now is where the focus seems to be on. And there have been, Abure, the disputed, shall I say, chairman of Labour Party, has given the presidential candidate in the last election, Peter Obi, 48 hours to quit the party. So let's see where all of this is going, because actually there are those who are saying that as per law, Barrister Abure is actually not the chairman of the party and should not be presenting himself as such. But let's see how it goes. Let's find out what happens. Our guest today is Dr. Abayomi Arabambi, National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party, and he's going to be among those who should know what exactly is going on. Good morning to you, Dr. Arabambi.
Yeah, good morning.
All right then. I am Yori Folani in the studio here, and we're looking at the 48 hours as of yesterday that was given to, some people in your party to, withdraw their membership from your party. Barrister Abure has no right, no reason to refer to himself as the president and shouldn't be carrying on any business on behalf of Labour Party. And those that are of that view are holding a Supreme Court pronouncement in its ruling. So how would you explain it to non-members of Labour Party to understand exactly what is going on? And by the way, Nenadi Usman and co, they have said that there's a vote of complete confidence in not just in the persons that they have asked to resign, but they just have a complete confidence in them. So where are we exactly? Explain that to us, please.
Okay, thank you very much. In Nigeria, there is something that we say is very constant, and nobody will, which is the truth. But as far as Nigeria is concerned, we have a very weak truth and a very strong lie. And most Nigerians, they are spectators. They don't care who wins, whether it is the truth or it is the false. They are just interested in who wins. And that is, what I'm going to give as a response to Nenadi Usman, irritant statement. For the coalition,
sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry to interrupt you, but she was citing, as others have cited, the Supreme Court ruling on this matter, that Barrister Abure is not the chairman of Labour.
I am going there. You see, in Nigeria, just like I just told you, I think it is normal for anybody. Once you are leaving a party to another one, you cannot carry two membership of a party. They know it is unconstitutional. But you see, this is where you see all manner of old war horses, failed politicians coming together to say, we want a change of government, we want a change of guard, because they are united by one common purpose, to turn Nigeria into their milk and to return us back to the dark ages. Now, the Supreme Court, she cited, I kept wondering, the kind of lawyers Peter Obi and co are parading. Why do I say so? They use these tactics also during the presidential election, where after failing woefully and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came on board, they now push the fight to the judiciary, knowing fully well that they and their lawyer lied to the court that the Labour Party has result in 189 polling units. Knowing fully well that is only we have result in 134, we do not have result in 54,000. So thereby conceding victory to APC and PDP. Up to today, their lawyer didn't tell us why they didn't join article in that petition. You sue Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC You didn't sue the second person. So you see, they always think they are very clever by half. How do you go to election petition tribunal? You are challenging the result of the first person. You are not challenging the result of the second, the person that came second, and you want them, by some stroke of magic, you want them to pronounce you as the winner when you did not challenge the result of the second person. And it is right in law, any motion that is unchallenged, that is uncontroverted, will be regarded as the truth before the court, and judgment will be granted upon it. They know. So they're telling you that based on the Supreme Court judgment, the Supreme Court judgment pronounced Nenadi as chairman of the Labour Party. They will show you that we don't want to be a party to declare anybody as leader. Please go to your party and resolve yourself. And the party has come together to reaffirm Abure as the chairman of the party, just like PDP did. That's my father. Anya will lost from the High Court up to Supreme Court. They have reaffirmed him as their national secretary. That is what the simplest thing Supreme Court is saying. But in all of this, Obi knew what he was doing. You and I know it was not the channel but on Arise. You saw what that Ahmed was saying, that these are the people that have been in government for 24 years. Now, they should not be the same people who should now be challenging Tinubu, for any wrongdoing. That all of them ought to have retired. All of them ought to have at least go back to their villages and manage themselves. That is the VP of Peter Obi condemning the coalition that even his own boss attended day before yesterday. So that will show you the kind of character, the kind of leader. Unlike Caribbean philosopher, Fabian Bulaga said, is that in Africa, we do not have leaders who fail and retire. But in Africa, we have leaders who fail and recycle themselves. I challenge all the people in coalition. They should come and tell me how they want to redirect Nigeria, how they want to stabilize Nigeria, from Atiku to the former Minister of Transport, to Nasru El-Rufai, to Peter Obi, who could not stabilize the Labour Party in 6 months. This is 2 years that he joined the Labour Party. We are in disarray. He's now telling Nigeria, I have the power, I have the tendency to stabilize Labour Party. It is all lies. He should provide the empirical formula, my dear brother. Let him provide an empirical part of how he wants to solve Nigeria problem. But all you see him doing is criticizing every good thing of the government, and that is not, the purpose of our opposition. When you criticize the government, the ruling party, provide a solution, not just for you. You are not going to see anything good out there for you to be demarketing Labour Party. You'll be demarketing Nigeria that you want to govern. And finally, he lied to them. The two of them have now submitted their letter to the coalition that we are just going to do one term. Atiku also said he wants to do one term. So the three of them want to do one term. We see as it go. But for us, he has to, at least in the interest of justice, integrity that he claimed he had, he should resign his membership. Obi will never come back to Labour Party. He should go and try his luck in that place, carry Aisha Yusufu, carry Itwa Gadolo, all those obedient elder mob that he came with the Labour Party. He should take them there. But I'm happy his VP has deleted himself from the coalition. Governor of Lesotho has deleted himself also from that coalition. So we are happy with that, and we are watching events, as it's of football. For us in the Labour Party, Obi, with due respect, is a member of Arsenal now. The club we call Ghana, the Ghana. Obi is a Ghana as far as we are concerned, Labour Party. He's not coming back.
He's not coming back. Well, he hasn't said so, and he hasn't actually. He's been quiet about where his political career is going to continue or resume from, as you know. But what you are doing is you are sort of you're looking at the lie of the ground and making some conjectures. But what I wanted to find out from you as the National Publicity Secretary is whether Barrister Abure is in the mix of things at all. Now, you might say that you've spoken about this before, but let me just go back to when Nenadi Usman, speaking for the NCC, when she quoted she quoted directly a section of John Iang Okoro, JP, saying that, quote, "The decisions of the trial court and the court below recognizing Julius Abure as the national chairman of the first respondent, that is LP, are hereby set aside."
Yes, thank you very much. I said, you see, some of them are economical with the truth. And like I said in Nigeria, you know, it's a pity we have people who love to distort facts and malign our judicial history. There was a judgment of Omotosho that, you know, went overboard, declaring Abure as the chairman. Abure has always been the chairman. He was the one that went overboard. But what Supreme Court was saying is that decisions making, pronouncing anybody as national chairman of the party is hereby set aside. That is, they do not want political parties to come to court and now be running under the cover of the court to say, oh, I am the chairman due to court. Today, why has Abure's name not been changed on the annual portal? Why has Nenadi Usman not, you know, take over? Nenadi Usman went to court to challenge the non-justiciable factor of the Court of Appeal and High Court. She knew she can never go to any court to go out that she be declared, you know, the winner. Now, what I mean, the chairman, what court says is that go and follow your party constitution. I've just given you an example, Mr. Folani, about the PDP. The zonal executive of PDP, when Anyang went to run for governor, substituted him with Ode, which Anyang challenged, and the court threw away Anyang suit that, oh, Ode is the national secretary. He went on appeal. Appeal declined that this matter you brought before is not justiciable. He went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court dismisses Anyang appeal before them. But who is the national secretary of PDP today? Anyang is the national secretary. What Supreme Court is saying is, when you have issues, go back and follow your party constitution. Abure has been the chairman. Who made another chairman of our party? That she's now saying, oh, they said the judgment. Was he a party in that matter? No, she was not even a party.
But the caretaker committee, she heads the caretaker committee, doesn't she?
Young Festival Committee, there are no caretaker committee in the Labour Party.
Sorry.
They were doing, you know, this cultural something. He joined Young Festival and they made that the chairman. It's not the Labour Party. We do not have such organ in our party. In our constitution, we do not have it. Okay. And the Supreme Court in 2015, by Justice Odili said, parties are bound to obey their constitution. That was an issue between Magnus Abe and the Amechi of this world that time, where they do not have candidates against Yeson Wike. Because people need to go back. Me, I am not a lawyer. Are you getting me? But what I know is that I am so vast, you know, in the issue of judgment of court, so that people like us will not just be deceived. The court said, go and follow your constitution. Our constitution only recognizes our national convention, our national executive council, NWC, the state working committee. We don't have stakeholders. The so-called stakeholder that, you know, come together in Abuja at Transcorp Hotel, they don't went there to enjoy themselves. They do not have the power and authority of the National Working Committee or the NEC, which is the high decision-making organ. You can see they just did their own NEC meeting, PDP, and they re-announced it. Anyang as their national secretary, despite the fact that Supreme Court refuses to entertain his suit. So that's just the analogy. Now, all of them, they attended coalition, the yesterday. Please, what audacity do they have? To see now be paraded, they want to be carrying dual identity. Oh, part A, they are Labour Party. Part B, they are, you know, member of the NDC. We do not have any issue with them, but we know that coalition is fraudulent. That coalition cannot unseat anybody. That coalition, does not have even the backing of Nigeria. It's not going to have the backing of Nigeria because that coalition consisted of people who, in have destroyed the economy. They are now coming with a prescription, for healing. You cannot be, they are asking Nigeria to come and vote for them. It is akin to, Satan preparing supper. You are now asking Lord Jesus Christ and the disciples to come and eat supper. They cannot invite Nigerians to come and eat supper because as far as they are concerned, they are, bunch of people, people that have failed in their respective offices, in their respective offices over the year, and after 2 years of Tinubu administration, they have the audacity to come and be telling us that the man is not performing well. Why is he not performing well? Tinubu inherited a dead economy from Buhari, that this Abdullahi, who called himself the national spokesperson, that El-Rufai, the ministry of this world, all of them together were part of that maladministration of Buhari for 8 years, where they were printing money, they were floating naira. You see them as at that time, they were using our 95% of our resources to pay debt, to pay interest on debt. And they had the audacity, and the Shirika that took Nigerian money, into his daughter account, according to EFCC, and the Shirika that went to Senegal to go and do Yahoo for us. He brought to one place, making it look as if this is their Nigeria, so that Shirika had the audacity to go and be telling Nigerians that come and vote for this coalition to see Tinubu. They are wasting their time. They are just a bunch of vampires. They are people that nobody should take serious. They just want to take us back to the eras of 1959, even before we get independent. They will not have their way. All of them, they are failed. They need to go and retire. Nobody will want them. That is not the kind of coalition, that should be challenging.
Okay. I just wanted to thank you very much. Let me bring on Mr. George, who has been waiting for quite a bit. Good morning, Mr. George in Ikeja. George in Ikeja, good morning.
Good morning, Kyori.
Okay, yeah.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, and good morning to Rabambi.
Yes.
Kyori, even if Labour Party did not say Mr. Peter Obi should resign from the party, he ought to know the Constitution does not permit anybody to be in two political parties at the same time. You can't eat your cake and still have it. If you want to move to a different political group, you have the freedom to do that, but you must exit your present one before you do that. Now, those who are forming the so-called coalition, we heard that David Mark resigned from PDP before he went there. There are other people that resigned from their parties before they went there. So why is this case different? I told you yesterday, Uncle Yori, that the dynamics have changed. It's no longer the way it was in 2023. Wuru-wuru will not work this time around. Backdoor, blackmailing, and lies have all been exposed, and they can't work again this time around. If he's courageous enough and he's sure about himself, let him join a political party of his choice and test the waters. You can't be in one place and at the same time in a second place without resigning from the first one. That in itself is abnormal. So the Labour Party has the right to say, okay, if you want to stay with us, stay with us. If you are not ready to stay with us, please go.
Okay.
It is backed by the constitution of our country.
Okay.
So they have the right to tell him to leave if he is not steady with them. That's the way I see it. It shouldn't be an issue. If I were them, I would not even issue a proclamation. For him doing that alone, I will expel him. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling in. You indicated that you don't think very much of the coalition that is being put together. In fact, Yusuf Dati Ahmed, your man in the last presidential election, with Peter Obi, as Peter Obi's vice presidential candidate, he has said very much the same thing, but at least, whereas you said you are sure that Peter Obi is not coming back to APC, not so with Dr. Dati Ahmed, because it seems that his sentiments and yours are a bit better aligned.
Well, let me be very, very categorical. You see, never Have we ever had it so bad in this? But yet, we are caused by leadership that transform blessing into burden. To be very honest, Tinubu inherited a very bad economy that was in tatters. A security architecture in tatters, everything in tatters, which he admitted. But you see, why he is working tirelessly to attend to Nigeria that Buhari left in the incubator. As far as concerned, we are left in the incubator when Tinubu comes on board. Some people should not just come who are, poisoning the system with Buhari. They should not come and now become it a new prescription. No, it cannot happen in Nigeria. My only prayer for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is this. He has told Nigeria that he was the one that brought Buhari to power. And Buhari has created a lot of mess. So they should just leave Tinubu there for 80 years. Let him clear the mess of the man he brought into governance. Because probably he trusted PMB that, he's going to do the magic wand. But now that he has seen it, we do not want anybody to shake the table. We don't want. So what we are now saying is that it is not the people that joined President Tinubu to bring in Buhari. They will not be putting, the blame on the same President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We are not going to accept that. Once you are a partaker of an event, you have to hold up to it. 2 times, Amechi was the Director General of Buhari campaign. Bolaji was a minister. Adegbeshola was a minister. Adetrika was a minister. How can they now shamelessly, excuse themselves from that maladministration, from that malgovernance, from that institutional slavery? They will now say, we want to change Nigeria and Tinubu must go. No, Tinubu is not going to anywhere. They cannot tell Tinubu to go to anywhere because they were all part and parcel of Buhari administration for that 8 years. So if Tinubu that brought in Buhari himself have seen the mess, my prayer is for him. He will stay and clear that mess for that 8 years. Whether anybody call him pain or not, I don't care. That's none of my business. But mine is that let Tinubu clear the mess of the man he brought in for 8 years. Let him also use 8 years to clear that mess. That's just our hope. But none of these people can form coalition and now be going against Tinubu. Our answer is capital no.
All right. Reverend Dominic, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear
good
me?
morning, Reverend.
I'm watching from YouTube.
Thank you for holding on all this while. Please go ahead now.
Okay. If you can hear me.
I can hear you.
I told you, whenever the politicians are talking in our nation, I don't like to turn issue with them. But there's a growing concern here. Every time we run into this quagmire of alliance and everything, one thing politicians use is what is obvious in our society: hunger, frustration, and anger. Is there hunger in the land? Yes. Is there frustration in the land? Yes. Is there any security? Yes. But this group of people, can they solve it? That is common and simple. It is mission impossible. And all these weapons they're using against Nigeria are real. Nigerians, they have weaponized illiteracy. They have weaponized poverty. Politicians, even the one that just played now. Tell me one of the politicians today, except Mr. Obi, who is not part of this shenanigan that are talking about hunger, anger. I listened to Rotimi, the former Minister of Transport, last night on Politics Today. He didn't even want the man who is asking questions, Sheikh, to ask questions. He was accusing Tinubu of doing nothing. And the young man asked him, what are you doing? He said, my wife does petty business. Is it the petty business of Minister of Transport that he used to fund his political activities? No. These ones coming up now has no answer. But we have problem here. There's hunger, there's anger, there's insecurity. All I want to tell Nigerians is to stick with this government and see if we can come better. Going back to this coalition will hurt us the more. They don't have the answer. But unfortunately, the weapon they're using against these poor masses is real. Hunger, anger, frustration, insecurity. But we don't solve it. They created it. They can't solve it. I pray for Nigerians to stick with this government. Let's see if we'll come out from this quagmire we find ourselves. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Reverend Dominic, and indeed for your patience, because you did hold on for quite a bit. I didn't want to interrupt Dr. Arabambi's flow. So clearly, Dr. Arabambi, two things. You don't care very much for the coalition that is being put together, because increasingly the commentary is being that all these are known figures. We know all of them. In fact, they are saying that there is nothing new that these people really want to present to the Nigerian public. And in any case, if they had it in them now, why didn't they use it then? Or wasn't it available then? Now, suddenly you've seen the road clear to say that the ruling administration, it has problems. It is not delivering. In fact, somebody went as far as calling all of them, I think, bandits, political bandits. So we have what we have on our hands now. Because you are LP and you would be the authority for us on LP, you've just indicated that you don't see what, the whole Abure affair, you don't see it all. But what do you think about well, you've also given me an indication of what you think about Nenadi Usman as well. So how do you see the future of LP itself?
Now, to your first question, as far as we are concerned, this coalition is just a repackaging, of certified failure coming to deceive Nigeria as reformer. Repackaging of certified failures coming, with a prescription as a reformer to Nigeria is not going to work. Now, if they have problem with the APC, who were in government for 8 years of bad administration, and who are also in government with Tinubu 2 years, they should go back to the APC and resolve that their matter. Nigeria must not be involved at all. If anybody is talking about the security, it was there during the Buhari. And none of them ever raises any concern about it. When our subsidy was being mismanaged, and at the end of the day, Buhari said he's going to remove it, he didn't tell Nigerians, and Tinubu now came on board to say, I removed the subsidy. Do you know what governors are earning now? Some of them are earning triple of what they were earning. It means Tinubu administration have been very prudent. See, when you are opposition, you must criticize it. What is not good? I won't sit down here and be saying, Tinubu is not doing anything. No, the answer is capital no. We have had a lot of improvement. If your governor are not doing anything, it is not the business of Mr. President. You remember at the time he called some, Paramount ruler, he said, go and meet your governor. They are earning so much. In our state now, the governor embarked on, massive road construction. So if some governors are not doing their thing the way they should do it, I think there are people in the state should ask their question. Now, regarding Nenadi Usman, is a consequential as far as Labour Party is concerned. The leadership of Labour Party as leader in line with our constitution. Then, if you notice, you can go and play back. There is no meeting where you see Nenadi, Obi and Co, where they will sing our anthem. They don't know it. These are just, these are just bunch of mercenaries, political vampire, hiding under the PDP and some other party to think Labour Party can be hijacked. They cannot hijack Labour Party. Our position is very clear. The constitution does not permit anybody. We saw Victor Umedia is also a gunner. He can go and join AGC, declare for AGC. That was none of our business. We saw the Kinjigbe. Kinjigbe was one of the people helped by Julius Abure. Kinjigbe was one of the people helped by. If not, Kinjigbe cannot run for councillor in APC. He cannot run for councillor. She doesn't have the financial capacity. During our primary, Kinjigbe gave 35,000 naira to all the delegates. It was the party that helped her. But today, she also be complaining, Tinubu is not good. Abure is bad. Labour Party is not this, it's not that. That won't remain their problem. Our own position is that certified failure, they cannot repackage themselves.
Okay.
Now, in as far as they have attended that meeting, they cease to be member of Labour Party. That's why we are giving Obi, and his colleagues there. Let them go and join APC So he cannot take Baba Ahmed, as his deputy. Let him promote another man as their chairman. Let him promote Victor Ume to go back as a senator from Anambra. That will remain their problem. But for them to think they can lap one leg here in ATC, Labour Party, is not going to work. Like I said, they are now member of Arsenal Football Club. That, the acronym is a gunner. They are gunner, they are not coming back to Labour Party. They cannot come back to Labour Party. We have their video of them endorsing that coalition. We have the video of them campaigning that, this coalition has the capacity to change Tinubu administration, whom they erroneously regarded as incompetent, but they are the most incompetent as far as we are concerned, all of them together. It's not because of time. I will have been reading out, most of the negative. Is it Adegbeshola who led a whopping 170 billion? Let me tell you, if you don't know, Abure-Led was a representative repairer in Lagos. It was the same Tinubu that promoted him as a commissioner. It was the same Tinubu that spent his money to make him a governor. It was the same Tinubu that made him a minister. But today, bunch of ingrates, bunch of ungrateful people within Nigeria cannot be deceived. You will not come and be telling us that, Tinubu is this, Tinubu is that. What manner of bad that shit? Who is going to take that nonsense from them? Or is it not Timi Amechi, who was a speaker for 8 years? He was an essay. He was, in the assembly. He was a minister for 8 years, a speaker for 8 years, a governor for 8 years. After 2 years, I'm hungry. We have to go and take power. Is it because of his own hunger that we are now using that as a means to say an episode to be changed? They should come with an empirical fact, but they should come with empirical formula of what they want to do for Nigeria. Let us see. Not just them coming to tell us that, Tinubu did this to me, Tinubu I means formal, therefore is not performing. That is none of our business. Nigeria is not ready to listen to all those bad attacks from them. Nigeria is not ready to listen.
Okay. Mazi Okoroafo, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning again. Honestly, when I heard about it 48 hours yesterday on the screen, I was just laughing. I was laughing. I don't know whether the Labour Party has just gone to military. That is when they give order back 48 hours. Or leave the party. Now, there's something I want the Abure and the Labour Party members to know. You see, a situation whereby one group of people, because they have invested money in a particular place and in a particular party, they sit down, at least it's what they call respect for party members. It's what they call respect in any place you find yourself. That you are the chairman of the party is not a guarantee for you to sit down, not that you consulted the National Working Committee, not that the ESCO met, not that you call someone a meeting and call the OB to come and explain themselves. You see that all that. You see, Nigerian politicians have to be very careful because the statement and the way you handle the party counts for you in future. Now, what is happening now in Lagos? Who will come in future? Don't accept anybody from that arena within that folk to come to say you want to be a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, or even a ministerial appointment in Nigeria, or to be an ambassador for Nigeria. It's not possible. Honestly speaking, I will to tell you now, wherever you find yourself, sit down and listen before you talk. Don't wake up from morning and because somebody push you, you start uttering it. You utter this here, it doesn't end here. It goes wide, it goes international. I don't start interpreting it the way they understand about it, which is not healthy. Honestly speaking, I put it to take it easy. To handle these two waters, whether Obi is going to coalition for his love, he has not come up and said that I'm going to drop Labour by going to them. We have not seen anything. Just what we've seen, I know social media now is the Nigerian international journalists we have in our social media. Somebody can sit down and doctor everything and before I think that he has attracted over 20 million people. Honestly speaking, Labour parties will sit down and find a lasting solution to their problems. And stop this, whether it's some or jig or anything. Sit down, think quiet. Coalition parties, they are just gathering. When you see people talking from that coalition, you know that they have no roadmap. They have no ideology for the ground because that is a coalition of some dick in that coalition want to be a president of the Federal Republic, which is not possible.
Okay.
For people in Abia State.
Thank you.
The Lord is right.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Dr. Arabambi, these people are trying to perhaps meet the public halfway. I don't know. Talking about public opinion now. We've reports that Atiku, Obi, even Amechi have all agreed to serve just one term. You know, that look, we're not in it for ourselves, unlike some other people. So we serve just one term. Obi is reported to have said so. Ditto, you know, Atiku. Ditto also Amechi. In fact, I heard Amechi on television saying as much. What do you think?
Well, I will take that second question, but the first one is that, you see, the man that just called said people invested. I am before Nigerians and a TV of international repute. Obi did not invest his money in Labour Party. Labour Party rather invested in Peter Obi, and I'll be very, very clear. You see, it is not good for us to be presenting a false narrative about an event in a political party. Well, we have said it times that number that Labour Party actually worked to fail that presidential election because they needed money. When I say Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, whom we in Labour Party refer to as Botikuyo and self-appointed Minister of Disaster Announcement in Nigeria. How do you come into a party? Secretariat, you didn't, you know, have a cover, you know, in the rent. State secretariat all over Tanzania, you didn't have a cover in the rent. All candidates didn't collect the cover from you. But every money that comes in, you brought in Itwa Godalo, you brought in Ashari Sufu to open 4 accounts where all the money comes in without the party knowing anything. So that's why I said, since he had decided to pitch his tent with ADC, let us see all the Yahoo politics he did with us in Labour Party will survive there. Now, regarding them saying they want to do one term, we are very happy that all of them are coming out to say they want to do one term. We will see how that one goes. But we know they are insincere. That is act of insincerity. That is act of irresponsibility for anybody to say, oh, I want to go and do one term. Before they will even do it, they want to do one term. Why are they attacking Tinubu, who has just spent 2 years? And yet they want to do one term because they don't know what governance is all about. It is until when they are there, like I want to make an example of my leader, though he's in APC, former governor of Edo. When he was the NSC president, you know, there are something he was doing with the government. But when he became a governor, Comrade Moshomale with due respect said, I was outside then, now I am inside. Do you know he also has issue with the NSC? They are over salary. But before, you see them calibrating the entire airspace, say, oh, you need to pay salary, you need to do that. No, it is not like that. So for them to say they want to do one term, there is no need for that. Let the man that is there complete his own term first. Because who is going to be a fool from the north that will say, oh, let us go and support the southern candidate who promised us one term. And at the end of the second year, you see people carry placard 4 plus 4, 4 plus 4. Nobody will be deceived by such negative rhetoric. Nobody is going to be deceived.
Okay. Let's take, sorry, sir. Let's take Amaka, who has called in from Port Harcourt. Good morning, Amaka.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Thank you for calling in, ma'am.
There's something I want to tell you about this coalition of a thing. Yesterday, when Amici was talking, Amici is not God. How can you be accusing or harassing or insulting somebody about health? Are you God? See people that want to be the president talking anyhow. You want to bring your health reporters. Who cares? Nobody is God. Nobody knows tomorrow. I'm not saying people should not, you know, if I want to insult or abuse somebody, I will never use health because you are not God. That one alone has disqualified him. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Amaka. Amaka just, you know, contributed that she feels people should be a bit more restrained in their public utterances, politics or no politics. But to return to the theme you were on, you know, Dr. Arabambi, so what's up with Labour Party now? I've listened with interest to your commentary on all that is ongoing that concerns Labour people. In fact, you are doubting whether Peter Obi is actually a Labour person as he stands. So what I would ask is that, so how is this, are you going to have a lead, are you going to have a hand in the upcoming election? Do you like coalitions or not? Might you throw in by aligning with, for instance, APC fielding a Tinubu? So what part is, does it seem to you that Labour Party is going to play in the upcoming, in the 2 years away presidential election?
No, we are going to contest every election, and when the winner is declared, you can lead the winner of all of 4 presidential candidates. Go and Google it. Is only the first, this 4 prophecy and 4 data analysis of a man, Peter Obi, that has never accepted we have a president in Nigeria. Go and cross-check. Bring all the facts that you have. Obi has never candidated President Bola Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. Even after Supreme Court, he went to court with nothing and they have declared him as president. Is that the kind of man that want Nigeria to trust him? So it is until when it is you that you want people to now be congratulating you.
Yeah.
But when it's other person, you say, oh, they are not this, they are not that. Such a thing, we are going to present our presidential candidate against Bola Tinubu. But we are not power grabbers. We are not, it is not a question that, oh, we must win, we must wage war. Like Amechi was saying that if you want to grab power, you have to go and wage war with them like they did against Jonathan, where they gave up Buhari, that was so scandalous for 8 years before Tinubu came on board. So because of that scandalous, administration, let Tinubu clear the mess of the man he brought. Obi, Adisirika, all those APC, they should go back to their party.
Okay.
Let them go and bear that suffering with Tinubu so that they can clear the mess of the man they brought to come and govern Nigeria. All of them should return back to APC. None of them should go and form they should go return back to APC.
All right, Dr. Arabambi, all that's left for me to do is thank you very much for finding the time in your schedule this morning to come on our program. Thank you very much, Dr. Abayomi Arabambi, National Publicity Secretary of APC. Thank you once again, sir. Okay, so that's our program today. Of Labour Party. Which party did I say, by the way? No, it's not APC. It's not APC. It's Labour Party. Okay, then. So, thank you very much. So, see you on Monday, God willing, because we don't do weekends, for a fresh edition. I'm Yori Polari. Do have a great weekend.